Well, hello, whenever it is, whatever time of day it is you're watching this. This video has three parts. First part is for me to say why it's been a little while since I've done a video, because I know your whole life and world revolves around that. The second thing is a question that I really want your feedback on. And the third thing is kind of, it's in relation to business, and it's definitely in relation, obviously, beekeeping or any area of your life or anything that involves business, personal, professional. First thing being that my father passed away suddenly on October 2nd, and my wife and I actually just got back from Texas taking care of his estate. And it just also renewed, that's both of my parents I've lost, it just renews my empathy for those of you who have lost loved ones this year. It's been an incredibly challenging year, personally and professionally, for so many people. And that's why I want to, after I ask for your specific input here in regards to the nuke, or the two colonies now that we're following through the year, I want your input on that. But then I'm going to circle back around and talk about, psychologically, one of the most crucial factors that has been communicated to me to live your life with a higher probability of happiness and also meaning, in spite of tragedy and in spite of, say, a year like what we've been having. And when I say we, I mean all of us, those of you watching, ourselves personally. So anyways, so that's why I've been away for a while. The thing I was wanting your feedback on is for the two colonies that we've been kind of following through now in its second season. They're all wrapped up for the winter. Would it be more helpful for you to watch us take those two colonies down to California for almond pollination and kind of see that process? Or would it be more helpful to keep them up here and winter them here? I just want to, because the whole idea of this series of videos is to be an educational resource. In the beginning, initially, for those of you who are nuke customers of ours. But so just let me know what, by just voting in the comments or just saying California or local, just if you could do that, I'd really appreciate that, because we want to make sure that we're producing material that's practical and helpful to you. So should we send them down to the almonds and kind of trace them down there, or should we leave them up here? What would be more helpful for you to see? Let's circle back around to loss and grief and the challenges of this year. There's been a lot of people who have asked me to do a series on commercial beekeeping, and I'm game for that. Albeit, I'll be the first to say that the more that I do any business, the more I feel I don't feel like an expert. I think that's probably there. Put that in your notes. Always learn, always seek people who are doing better than you are. But one of the prevailing philosophies that has come to my mind, especially amidst losing my father earlier this month, obviously him and I had an incredible relationship, and it was an incredible loss, and obviously still is. And I had so many people reach out to me who have had much, much worse losses this year, whether it's their spouse, whether it's children, and then, of course, also jobs and health. And it's been a very challenging year. But the people who have reached out to me that have had incredibly horrible losses, but are somehow still happy, they're still in their core. I mean, they still have days where they cry over their losses, and that's normal, that's healthy. But overall, they still embrace life. The one prevailing factor through all of these people that reached out to me that had that common characteristic of still enjoying life, still being passionate about life, is they said, don't forget to practice gratitude. Say in my personal example of loss, Don't let your mind get caught in the trap of what you have lost, in the sense of all the opportunities I've lost with my father, all the things I wanted to share with him, etc., etc., etc. It's good to face those feelings. It's good to let them break you. Have times of grief, have times of sorrow, but make sure that you bring your mind back around to being grateful. And in my personal case, I had an incredible relationship with my father, which I'm incredibly grateful for. And there's so many other things in our relationship that I'm incredibly grateful for, even down to the way that he passed away. It was incredibly good compared to some of the experiences that I have seen, and I'm sure you've experienced as well, of seeing loved ones pass away. Anyway, so the prevailing thing is this. There's a gentleman who I admire as a business mentor who says, in business, 80% is psychological and 20% is mechanics. And beekeeping obviously is no different from that. If your psychology stinks, your business is probably going to follow suit if it hasn't already. The late Zig Ziglar, incredible motivational thinker, used to refer to stinking thinking. Another great business mentor of mine is Harvey McKay, who's written some awesome business books. And he said in one of his business books, there's a chapter titled, "Gratitude is the shortest lived human emotion." And it's true. And yet what's so sad is that gratitude is truly the key, one of the most important keys to setting yourself up psychologically and in business to succeed, especially when you have a year like this where there's just challenges coming at you from left, right, center. Agriculture in general is already challenging. And so it's very important for your mindset to be in line and in a state that is going to be helpful and encourage you to be creative, especially in difficult times, so that you can make ends meet, and hopefully not just make ends meet, but also make a profit for yourself and for your family. So I want to just encourage you that in your business and in your personal lives, amidst the loss, don't ignore your losses. Take time to process those feelings, but make sure you come back to the importance of gratitude. Really focus on what you have today that a lot of people may not. That is going to set you up. Paul Tudor Jones, who I believe he's a billionaire, anyways, one of the top investment bankers in the world, says that gratitude is the secret to not only enjoying life, but also unlocking the mysteries and the creativity needed for creating wealth and success in your business. So remember gratitude. There's your commercial beekeeping advice. And we'll get into the 20% mechanics, obviously, as these videos continue on. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Once again, in the comment section, please let me know what would be more helpful to you, as far as whether should we send those 2 colonies down to California and I can kind of show you the process of building them up from there, or would it be more helpful to have them overwinter here and show you how to build them up from there? Anyways, thank you again for your time. Catch you later.